Myself and Danushka are back on the seat, the hot seat, here in Badulla. And we are going to do some testing. But before that, I will tell you what this test is about. From a consumer's point of view, it is very confusing when it comes to finding the right bee honey.
Yes.
Because a lot of things can happen at even before the bee honey is collected, because you can give sugar to the bee as food,
Yes.
right? You can collect the bee honey too soon and before the bee honey is in the right maturity, which has more water in it.
Yes.
And then you could mix different types of honey which is not bee honey. Adulteration, right?
Yes.
A lot of ways in which you can make a bad product.
Yes.
But consumers are not sure about this. So a few tests that consumers do is the water test and the fire test.
Yes.
So we'd like to show how the bee honey from Uber, this is fresh from the hive, is going to perform with the water test and the fire test.
Shall we start with fire?
Fire, okay.
Yes.
Here's the matchbox.
Yes, you take some. This is the matchbox. And
shall I put some honey onto my hand?
Yes. Take a match stick and dip in the bee honey, and you have to light it. It's getting lighted. It's getting lighted because no water in it.
And you can
it's
see
getting
this,
caramelized.
Yeah, you can see the honey here. So this wouldn't happen if there was water in it.
Yes.
And because it's like a bubble, it also shows that it is more pure.
Pure. And the thumb test, you call thumb test.
Right.
If you put into thumb, it's something like a bubble shape. That is a bubble shape.
As you can see, the bee honey forms a bubble. As you can see, the bee honey forms a bubble on my thumb, which means it's not runny. Shall we try the water test?
Yes. This is the water test, and the bee honey having a high density. So it's not getting dissolved. When it's go down, it's going straightly like a bubble. You can see it. It's like a bomb.
Wonderful. So let's try that again. There you go. All the way down. Okay, this is still dripping like a straight line. If there was water, it will just dissolve into the water. That can be a sign of good bee honey. But Danushka, you were saying that these are tests. They are kind of, you can't rely on them 100%.
Yes.
Right? So what do we do at Goodfolks? We make sure that it is tested at the local institute, ITI.
Accredited labs. We have to check in the accredited labs.
So we are checking.
And I want to mention one thing. This bee honey, we are not heated. If it is heated, it's getting detected. HMS test.
Right. So you do the HMS test, or rather we do the HMS test, and you can find out if the bee honey has been overheated.
Yes.
Because overheating destroys the nutritional value or what you
getting
use.
Poison.
Yeah, it creates poison, and it becomes it's not bee honey.
It's not bee honey.
It loses its nutrition and value.
In any part of the processing, we are not using heat.
So that's a little bit about
chemistry.
How you can check whether chemistry, how you can check if the bee is of good quality. But remember that just because these tests don't necessarily always mean that, because there are ways that you can even trick these systems. So the best way is to give you.
That's why Goodfolks need, because you people can go through accredited lab and confirm this is perfectly okay scientifically.
Yes, and those reports are available on our website. So you can find the approval status from the accredited certification bodies who do these the right tests, and the results of it is available for each of our products, particularly for our bee honey products online. Thank you.